All right, so you want to know how we close a purchase loan, renovation, FHA 203K, or conventional. This is a timeline. We're going to follow it as closely as we can because we want to stick to it to make sure we close on time. So this is for a 60-day closing. Number one, prior to even getting a contract or going for a pre-approval, I have to get all of your documents in your loan application and get you fully vetted. Then I'll be ready to issue a pre-approval. So when your realtor says, hey, we found a property, Chris, can you send over the pre-approval? We're set. So let's assume day one, you're ready to go pre-approved. Day two, you find a house, we go into contract. I have to send the exact verbiage to your realtor so that the contract can be written up right. The contracts for renovation and the pre-approval is completely different than a move-in ready. So we will go ahead and get that over to your realtor so you can make the offer. Day 4 through 7, you're negotiating, you're counter-offering, working on everything, maybe seller credits, etc. And then let's assume by day 7 or 8, you're in contract. First thing we do on day 7 or 8 is I got to get the HUD consultant introduction done to you. You want him out to the property within 48 to 72 hours. So we send the introduction and you schedule and you let me know when you're scheduled for. So you're meeting with the consultant basically on day 9 to 11. And I'm going to also make sure if you need an architect that you're working on that in the first week. So some of the stuff will overlap, but the architect's important because if you're changing the floor plan, that's when you need them. I don't need an architect on every file, but I'm saying if I notice that you do, we will be working on that simultaneously with the consultant, doing his thing. So the consultant comes out, you've met with them now, and I'm going to send you the GC sign-up package. This package is required to vet the contractor, make sure they have insurance, make sure that they have workman's comp, that they're licensed if necessary in the state, et cetera. So that comes out to you so you can pass that along to the GCs who are interested in bidding. You're also looking for a GC to make sure you have someone ready to bid because the consultant report's going to be due back to you right around day 20, and you want to have a couple contractors line up. So we're on day 20 basically now, and you get your SOR from your consultant and the bid of repair. The SOR is the one with the numbers, called the specification of repair. The BOR is the bid of repair. That's blank. It has exactly what you're trying to do to the house based on the meeting you had with the consultant. We want the GC to only get the blank one so they get a biased look at it and bid, and they don't see the written numbers so we can make sure they're in line with what the cost is expected to be. So you're going to do your GC bid. Let's say that takes a week to 10 days. So day 20 to 30, you're getting the bids, and all the bids are due. The floor plan sketch, if required, is due. And around day 25 to 30, we're putting that all together, meaning me, you, the consultant contractor, and making sure that the scope of the work is pretty much zoned in on. I mean, there's might be minor changes, and I get that, but we need to order the appraisal by day 30. So we are doing the appraisal on day 30. Your loan application has been sent out to you. You've docu-signed it. We already had you pre-approved. We might need a couple updated documents, but we've really got that part vetted. So now we get the appraisal ordered. Takes a week to 10 days to typically get a renovation appraisal back. If we're in maybe a more rural area, it can take 2 to 3 weeks. So that's why we want to get that ordered. So we get the appraisal done, and then, we're getting your documents if we need anything updated. So that's day 30 to 40. There's a lot going on, in my world, meaning the mortgage side, we're getting all that happening for you because your first 30 days was chaos. Now it's my turn where I get to have the chaotic time, day 30 to 60. So we're going to be getting your conditions done, the appraisal in. We send the appraisal to the underwriter. If there's any changes or questions they have, they will make sure that we take care of all that. Assuming we get through all that, appraisal gets signed off on, we're going to issue what's called the clear to close. That means your final approval's done. We've met the financing. We send it to your realtors, to the title company, and if you have attorneys, if you're in an attorney state, they will receive it. Then we're going to start talking about a closing date. Our closing department typically needs 48 hours to get the documents out because, again, renovation's a little different. And we send out the initial closing disclosure for your review. It'll show your cash to close, your mortgage payment. We confirm everything, and you're scheduled. Everybody will schedule the closing. We let you know if you need to wire the money or if you need to bring a cashier check. So we should be closing right around day 60, and that's a brief, overview of how we get renovation loans closed in 60 days. If you have any questions on the timeline, feel free to reach out to me, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel for more tips.